All right. Well, today we're here with Jay Cara.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Good, bro.
Doing well?
Chilling,
Chilling?
enjoying the Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about your name. I'm like always been curious about
Oh,
what
Jay
Jay Cara,
Cara.
yeah, Jay Cara is.
Well, it's just my first and last name
Oh,
kind of
okay.
just put
It
together.
it sounds like there's something like
Yeah, well,
there's
see,
like
my name is Jerry Caratacha,
okay.
but I don't know. I didn't putting Jerry in Caratacha didn't sound pleasing.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I tried making designs with my name, but
Right.
I'm like it was my last name was way too long,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my first name was too short, so it was like
It was an imbalance.
yeah, it was an imbalance of
Yeah.
like how much letters. So I was like, nah, just I need something more shorter. Then I was just like, what if I just use J
Right.
and then just the first four letters of my last name?
Nice.
I was like, all right, fuck it.
Tell me about the process of like coming up with your name when you're like starting off. Um, did you put a lot of like uh not effort but a lot of thought into it, or were you kind of just like you're
Um,
like I'm gonna
well,
just kind of
well, I started off with a different alias. I started under Jayre.
okay.
So what shows I spelled it out as JAYRWE and then
Mm,
H,
okay.
just to like I was kind of just saying Jerry, but spelled it in a different way.
Yeah.
But that was kind of my like my project um DJ name when I was
Mm,
kind of just starting, trying to
right.
understand what I
Yeah.
was doing. Then and along the way I kind of just changed it. Um I didn't even have any thought process. I was just kind of just I was like I need to change it.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the name I had, so I was like, all right, let me figure something else. I mean, I had an idea of like what I wanted. I wanted like something similar what DJ had was they were using like their first and last name.
Mm.
But I was kind of like my first and how my
Yeah,
last name was
yeah,
spelled.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
finding to figure something
You
out.
worked with it. You
I
like
worked
made it
with
your
this,
own.
so I was like, fuck yeah, just kind of just used the J part from my first alias,
Mm.
and then I was like, all right, maybe I can just add my last name somehow,
Yeah.
and I just came
Yeah.
with Jay Cara, and now that's where we at now.
It's in history. How did you? What was that journey like for you? How did you start getting into DJing? Did you start producing first, or did you go straight into DJing? What's that journey like for you?
Started off as well, honestly, I didn't really get into DJing. This was back in damn like 2010 11 when I met my homie Jacob. Back then he went as a hide and seek.
Mm.
Then he would like go and throw events and I come around and kind of will watch him play and party and get all lit,
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I just kind of got that motivation from him, just kind of seeing him throw these down ass parties and mixes and like people reacting a certain way. And I was
yeah,
like, damn, like I want to do that,
yeah.
you know?
Making people feel that emotion. I was talking to Raul, and he said the same thing about that, like seeing someone
Yeah,
else
like seeing that reaction,
create that emotion in
yeah.
someone.
And when I saw, it, I was like, damn, that's sick.
Yeah,
Like I want that adrenaline rush. Like I
right.
want to feel that excitement when I see someone getting all crazy or like happy for like the set you're throwing
Yeah,
down and like
right.
so I kind of went with that and I kind of asked him one day. I'm like, hey man, like I want to learn how to DJ. Like, can you teach me? And yeah, he taught me the basics, and then from there, I just kind of like got addicted to it
Yeah.
and like bought a whole fucking system, bought a controller first, and then once I felt like I outgrew the controller, I went and bought CDJs and
Nice.
just kept practicing, bro. And then
Yeah.
from there, once I felt like I had an understanding of how to do a good mix,
Yeah.
that's when I started more of the production.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. What would you say is like how long did it take you to kind of get a hang of it
the
for
DJing
you?
part.
Yeah, like getting comfortable with like because I feel like there's for me at least there's like stages.
Hmm.
Like okay, first obviously you get used to the controller,
Yeah,
see where everything's at, and then you get comfortable kind of building a set,
yeah.
and then you kind of find your sound. Um, but then there's a next level where you're like getting comfortable with like going somewhere and not having like a set prepared,
Yeah.
you know, and like being able to play like let's say you're going B2B or
Hmm.
like you're going after a DJ that you don't know like you're kind of like in the middle and you don't
Yeah.
know what they're gonna play, so you can't really make a playlist. How long did that each like process for you take, or was it like a fucking red line to the top for you?
Honestly, bro, like to believe it or not, today I'm still learning.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like,
right, right.
'cause I mean, I DJ. I'll say I DJ'd, but like didn't really dig in deep into the science of like the DJing world. It was just
Yeah,
more like I was kind of learning, trying to learn the basics
right.
to know how to mix. So when I do get asked to play, like I know what I need to know how to mix and get the party going and like keep it going. But I mean, I didn't really like think about like building sets or anything. I've always just kind of freestyled it, kind of like
Mm. Oh, really?
yeah, went off like based off like what the DJ was playing
Mm.
before me, and then I'll be like, all right, it's going this way. I'm like, maybe I can like kind of think of the track that I have similar.
Yeah,
Be like, I can start off with this, and then slowly maybe go to what I have, you know.
right.
But like most of the time, I just freestyle it, bro. Like,
Yeah. So you never really like built like created a set and then played it, or
um, no, I mean,
no?
I'll create somewhat an idea,
Yeah.
but
You'll like put songs into a
I'll
playlist and
put
then you're
songs
like,
and
this
then
is what I want
like
to play, kind of.
kind of just go off of them, like, and then eventually end up going off from that
Mm.
set to like
Right.
I'll look through a whole different
Yeah.
deck that I want to look for a song because I mean I feel like okay I kind of pay attention to the crowd and like
Yeah.
I see okay I see that they're liking this type of
Right.
groove,
Yeah.
so then I try to get another groove similar to
Yeah.
that and kind of keep it
Yeah.
going.
What are some key things that you're looking for? Because obviously, well, I don't know if you know this, but I just started DJing like
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be 2 years. So I'm still trying to read the crowd,
Yeah, yeah.
and finding key things about a song that they like. Right now, I think I understand like let's say I put on a like a Latin house song and they
Uh,
like it, then like oh, all right, I know they like Latin
Latin,
house.
yeah.
But do you go deeper than that? Like, do you maybe say, oh, I like that, or maybe they like a rolling bass sound, or like they like that really hard kick, or is that just too like detailed to look into?
I mean I don't really how do I don't know. It's a
It's
good
more,
question.
more
That's a good
yeah, no,
question.
cause I'm like, I'm just like, how in depth can you get with like, oh, they like a hi hat, like this hi hat,
Yeah.
or
No, I mean, I don't
like
think
I don't think I don't think it's that deep,
I
right?
don't think it's that there. I mean, I
Yeah.
just, to me, it's more so just kind of just, I read the reaction or the
Mm.
room, you
Right.
know, what they're vibing to. Like, if they like a certain, a groove, then
Yeah.
I'll try to kind of give them that groove, you know,
Okay.
I kind of look through my
Mm.
playlist and see like what tracks do I have similar to keep that
Yeah.
groove, you know.
Right.
I mean, I think sometimes I'll kind of listen to the bass, try to give like if there's a bass line that they really like,
Yeah.
and I'll kind of look for a bass line in that same kind of groove,
Yeah.
and like usually that kind of works, and then
Dope.
like people just start loving it,
Right.
and like
Right.
and I don't have to think about it twice.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Right.
they like that. I'm like, I
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
know where to go,
Right.
you know.
And then how like what's like the cutoff where it's like, okay, I'm gonna play the next like 3 songs or the next like 10 songs? Like what's a good range? Like once you find, because obviously everyone gets like tired of the same like
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
I'll do like maybe 2 to 3 track with that groove, and then I'll
Yeah,
bring
right.
one different, kind of
Yeah.
like until like all right, maybe like see if are they still fucking with the same groove or like
Right.
they want something different.
Oh,
So then like I'll throw that track
right.
that still had like that same style, but the groove's a little maybe a little different,
Right.
and then I'll kind of look at the reaction and if they're vibing with it or not. And sometimes it'll be easy, like they'll give you the stare, like what the fuck, like why'd you change it?
Right, right.
I'd be like, all right, fuck, I already know.
Play
Okay,
Bad Bunny.
like go back or that, like
Yeah,
do
yeah.
some shit. I'd be like, all right,
It's funny.
let me go back, you
People will
know?
come up to me and like I'm playing just like a obviously a house set, and they'll be like, "Can you play Bad Bunny?" I'm like, "Do you not know like the kind of music that I'm
Yeah.
playing?" Like,
Oh man, the amount of times that happened to me, it just kind
yeah.
of like, oh yeah, can you play Bad Bunny? I'm like, no. But I
um,
mean, I've got into the point like, all right, let me make a fucking edit.
right. Yeah,
In the
yeah.
case that someone does that, it's be like, fuck it,
Yeah.
here's your fucking Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's something that I've been kind of like trying to understand. It just depends on where you play too. I
Yeah,
played at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang recently, and they like those kind of crowds. They like a Saturday night crowd. They
yeah,
want like very like commercial stuff. You know, like they want songs that they know, like that everyone could sing along to.
yeah.
Like, how do you find that balance between like having something that someone could sing along
Hmm.
to, or like just kind of playing that vibe, that underground stuff that you like,
Honestly, just I've always said,
that
fuck
people
what.
don't know what they want?
Yeah, people don't
Yeah.
know what they want. Like they act like they know, but like because that's what they're on. Like that's the type of music that they know,
Yeah.
you know. So obviously they're gonna want to hear those music.
Yeah.
But if you like give them a track like they've never heard, but it's a fucking banger, they're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, they're gonna
they're
be like,
gonna be like, oh shit, like this is nice, you
yeah.
know. Like people don't know what they want. You just
Yeah.
kind of just throw it at them, and then just
Yeah.
look at
And
their
see what sticks.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna everybody, no matter what genre, everybody loves a fucking nice bass line
Right.
groove.
Yeah.
A nice bass line groove, and they get everybody like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. Some like there's nothing you can lose from it.
Yeah.
Like you got a sick ass track with a nice bass line,
Yeah.
people are gonna break their necks like, oh
Right.
what?
So are you spending most, like when you start a set, are you spending like the first three, four songs kind of just gauging the audience or
Yeah,
like the
usually
crowd?
the first 5 to 10 minutes is kind of just checking
Like,
it out,
yeah,
which would be like 2 3 tracks.
yeah, yeah,
Which I'll be like, I'll start out with like a minimal, test them out, and like then maybe more into like the groovier side, and then they'll kind of be like, okay. Then the third one, I'll throw them like a heavy Latin
right,
bass, and then
right.
I'll be like,
They'll be
yeah,
like,
and
ah,
I'll be like, yep,
there it is.
there it is. I'm like people say like to talk shit about it. It's like, bro, like, yeah, it might be a little boring now,
You
but
talking about Latin house?
yeah, Latin
Yeah,
house, like, but it might be like too over like saturated now. But like
yeah,
a good bass line with the nice
yeah,
drums, like
right.
it's gonna
Yeah,
hit
it's
and
always
it's
gonna
gonna
hit.
hit, and people are gonna be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
It's like it's there, it's gonna be
yeah,
there. Like I think Latin tech now it's there to stay.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think so
like
too.
Afro.
Yeah,
Like people like to talk shit, but it's like, nah, bro,
it's cool. I like it.
it's
Yeah,
cool. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like it's something different. Like I got,
yeah,
I feel like it's we need a little change
yeah.
in the scene.
It's a journey. Like
Yeah,
you gotta take them through. Like I feel like at least for me, like being able to find your sound through like different types of house,
yeah,
like is a talent in itself. Like being able to play an Afro house song and like a tech house song that kind of have that same sound still is like it's an art.
yeah. But and
Um,
then like a lot of people try to do this Latin house and tech, and not everybody can do it. Like
yeah,
I've heard so many tracks, and I'll be like, bro, what is this?
yeah,
Like what are they trying to make? This just sounds whack.
yeah.
Like if like you're trying to make a Latin track, but there's no Latin groove.
Mm,
Like everything's like it sounds everything's just hitting on the dot, and it's
right,
like there's no swing,
right.
there's no like
There's no
little,
flow.
there's no flow.
Yeah,
Like this is not Latin house. This is not
right.
like this is wrong.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
just Latin vocals
they're just
on
Latin vocals with
like
a
a tech house
fucking
song.
tech house track, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
where's the swing?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's no groove. There's no Latin. Like yeah, you might have Latin drums, but there's no swing to it.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
there's not you don't got that Latin flow. Like
yeah,
and that you can only do that when you're born with it. Like
right,
because you grew up with it, you
right.
know?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
So like it's in your blood. That's gonna
yeah,
you hear a certain groove and I to me, I hear it. I don't
yeah,
like it's weird. Like I'm just making my track and like I just hear a flow. And I'm
yeah.
like, oh I like this groove.
Mm, right.
And I just follow it and it just becomes a heavy Latin track or Afro house or whatever, you know?
What's been your process like producing? Like how did you start getting into it? Did you have a mentor? Like did you learn on your own?
Um I what honestly learned off YouTube for
Dope.
like maybe 2 years, kind
Oh,
of just
really?
learning the
Dude,
basics.
YouTube's a plug.
Yeah.
YouTube is like,
A lot of people don't realize, like, people ask me, like, oh, how'd you learn? I'm like, honestly, bro, I learned how to just produce the basics, at least get, like, the music theory era and how to, like, arrange things.
yeah.
I learned off YouTube, but I also went to school to learn, like, more sort of, like, the audio engineering
Mm,
to get, like, I want to learn how to mix and master.
right.
Because production was cool, but it got too easy for me.
Mm,
So I was like, I need something more challenging.
yeah.
I'm like, I want to learn how to mix master.
And for the people that don't know, what mixing, mastering, producing, is, honestly, like I still kind of don't understand the different processes.
Hmm.
So producing is obviously putting the song together, like
Yeah,
picking what beats you want where. Mixing and mastering is what are you doing in
it's
those?
pretty much like giving it that polish and shine
Mm.
at the end of it, making sure everything's like crisp.
And are you adding sound that's in specific places at that point, or
At that no, at that
no?
point, everything should already
Have all
be
the sounds.
everything. Your full fundamental of your track should be intact.
Mm, okay.
It's just so at this point, it's just more like getting all your drums and like trying to get it together and like mix it where they're all breathing and have their own pockets,
Mm,
so it doesn't sound like they're clashing or it sounds muddy.
okay.
So that's what it is. It's kind of just polishing it and
Yeah.
making it sound nice, and then like gain staging is where like that's the mastering area where like kind of just boosting up everything and like bringing all the volumes and
Okay.
just making it like radio ready
Right,
and
right, right. And once you kind of you learned on YouTube, what's been your, I mean, it's a continuous process, obviously,
yeah.
like producing your, there's always something to learn. Like, how do you stay on top of, like, like making sure that you're ahead of the curve, or like making sure that any new tools that there are available, like you're using, or are you always like just communicating with like the people around you, or are you like, is there a place that you go to like learn, or
Like
like
tools,
how
what
do
do you
you
mean, like plugins per se,
just to
or
like
like
just to evolve like your music producing like career, like do you
honestly I just
just do it, like do you learn by just doing like and playing around with Ableton, or
yeah, I mean most of it is just kind of just being creative. Like I'll just open the Ableton and just throw some random loops and like kind of just listen to the groove, and then
mm,
like from there if I like a certain groove I kind of chop and screw the
mm,
sample, like cut some things up, and
yeah,
like maybe there's a loop and I only like one percussion sound from the whole loop, and I just
mm,
cut
mm,
everything, take that
yeah,
percussion, then create a groove with that, then get another loop, add that to the already ongoing groove, then say like another percussion from a certain loop, cut that one up, delete everything else, add it up, and like
yeah,
it's kind of just cut and chop everything and
right.
continue and build it up like that. Honestly,
What's your process like when you're producing? Like, do you sit down for a specific amount of time and then like take a break, or do you just kind of like lock in and you just kind of lose track of time and you're just in it?
yeah.
Or
Honestly, I just lock in, bro.
yeah,
Just kind of just I'll start out with go get a coffee in Starbucks,
yeah.
maybe like a 5 shot espresso,
Dang.
sometimes six,
Oh damn.
depending on the
I'd
mood.
have a panic attack, bro.
Honestly, like if it
Caffeine
just
doesn't really affect you as
is
much.
it like yeah, it don't really affect me like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like I just kind of drink it and it kind of just does something to my brain, and I'm
Right,
just
right.
like locked in.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just like
yeah.
super locked in. I say I start like at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
By the time like I realize like I'm already done with the tracks like 1 p.m. and I'm like, oh shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then like I just feel my heart racing. I'm like, fuck. Then my stomach is grumbling, so I'm hungry, you know.
Right.
But yeah, usually like I can get a track done in like 4 hours if I lock
Oh,
in,
dope. Nice.
Like to have the main idea there,
Yeah, yeah.
I could get it done like 4 hours. But then like oh, when it comes to mixing masters, the whole different ball
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, that's a whole.
gonna take me another like 2 to 3 hours to get all that
Uh,
mixing and process going, because I have to like go through each track,
Yeah.
kind of just mix them, add all these EQs, and get it down to the right levels. So my master levels is hitting at the right point where I want them to hit, so I can just get to the gain staging.
Right.
But that's by that time I'm already gassed out and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I just fucking just get the idea done and then close it and wake up tomorrow and just mix and master
Yeah.
if I have the energy,
Right.
Because sometimes I can make tracks for days, but the mixing and mastering part is like
The tedious
it's
stuff.
the tedious stuff. Like
Yeah.
okay, I have to really sit down and like get through each track
Yeah.
and like mix it down
It's more
perfectly.
patience
Yeah, there's
almost.
more patience, more time consuming that you have to take.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
there's not much creativity there.
right,
It's
right,
more the
right.
boring
Yeah,
work per
yeah, yeah,
se.
yeah. What's your what are you working on right now? Like what's one of your goals right now as a producer, DJ?
Right now, just honestly, just wanna trying to get out there, bro.
Yeah.
At least trying to get the respect and
Yeah.
like at least or the love from like these big artists out there.
Right.
Get their support on some tracks,
Yeah.
and hopefully one day, I get one track that fucking pops off
Yeah.
and changes my life.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. What do you think are what do you think is the key to doing like to making that happen? Like is it just do you think it's just, consistent putting out new music? Is it about do you think it's more networking? Or is it like a mix of both? Like what do
Yeah,
you
I think there's a lot of things that have to do with it. It's more like kind of, I mean, networking, yes, and then like kind of just how you market yourself and how you put yourself out there in the media.
right.
It's just, it's a lot, honestly. Like
Yeah,
sometimes it's hard though because like I know what I have to do, kind of things, but
after you're producing for
it's
like
like I
4 or 5
produce and like
hours,
most
you're
of my
like,
mental work goes into like my production, the mixing and mastering, and so then when it comes to like I have to go network or do like some fucking social media marketing,
right.
I'm just like
You're
nah. I'm
exhausted.
like I'm not, I don't have the energy. Like
Yeah.
there's I don't know. I guess I don't understand it. I guess per
Mm,
se how that works, how like
yeah.
market things. Or I'm just like I'll post it if it doesn't get any traction. Wow,
Right.
And
Yeah,
then people
yeah,
be like, nah, you got to do this certain way. It's like man, I'm like I don't got time for that.
yeah.
Like I'm a producer.
Right.
I'm a DJ. Like I'm not an influencer.
Right.
Like
It's tough, bro. It is like, I mean, it's definitely a helpful tool, like social media, if you use it right. Because at the end of the day, you're a business. Like
yeah,
you as an artist, you're like trying to become like your own business. Sell your merch, sell your music, like sell out shows. Like when people think of you, they think of a specific type of person,
yeah,
like a specific type of sound. Um, but I get it, bro. Sometimes it's like it's a lot to do, a lot of different areas that I'm just from
yeah,
like I run a creative agency too, so um I would assume it's like similar to, all the artists that we work with, but it is a lot of work. Like you do need a team and you need people to believe in you and like you can't give up. Like it's just like it
yeah.
takes a
It's
toll
like
on you.
if I say like if I try to do like try to focus on like say marketing, so say I'm gonna lack on something because I'm gonna put too much effort on one thing and then forget about the other,
Right.
and like I don't want to do that because I know the moment I get lazy with the music, that's it.
Right.
I'm gonna be fucking
Yeah,
lazy
yeah,
forever, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not what I want to do. Like I don't
yeah.
want to be
You want to keep
lazy.
the spark
And
alive.
I want to
Yeah,
keep that spark on,
yeah,
keep it going. Like I'll do some posting, and if it doesn't get any traction, I'm like, all right, whatever.
right,
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not really worried about them because I'm sending out promos to DJs. So I'm like,
mm,
hey, if they like a track and they keep playing it and they keep, playing it and playing it and playing, like someday someone's
yeah,
gonna fucking be like, you know what, bro, let's get you on a tour.
right,
I want you to play for me or something,
yeah, right,
And that's what I think I'm trying to kind of throwing all my eggs at right now,
yeah, yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of like hoping
Testing it out.
that from these promos that I send out, some big DJ sees some potential in me and like takes me on a tour or
Right,
something,
yeah,
or get some or get a label to sign me or something.
yeah. What's some advice you would have to anyone that's like trying to DJ or like start making music? Like what's something you'd tell them to? like keep an eye out for, or some
Um,
motivation?
Honestly, I'll tell them, for one, if they're really trying to do this, it ain't a 1 or 2 year career and then you're gonna blow up. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be in this you're gonna be in this scene for quite a while before you see anything. Like at least any glimpse of like you're a success.
Yeah.
Because like it's like a dog eat dog world out here, bro. Like there's so many artists, DJs who's trying to make it. Like you gotta do something different.
Yeah.
Like there's too many DJs,
Right.
right? But like, and then like, to me it's weird. Like in the scene here in LA, there's so many DJs, and then there's a lot of producers, but all those producers are not getting booked because they got influencer DJs out here taking their jobs. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I got music out here charting, and you're booking some local DJ just because she has like 20K followers.
Right.
Well, I got music on fucking Beatport-charting. Like,
Right.
how did that
Yeah.
work? You
Right.
know?
Yeah. It's kind of like, and that's, I mean, we don't have the time today, but that's definitely something that's been like in the air,
Yeah.
like that idea of like, what do we think about these like influencer DJs that are up there just,
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, it bugs the shit out of me.
yeah, it bugs you?
Cause
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I see like the work I put in the fucking past, say, 10, 11 years that I've been in the scene.
right.
And then like I see some random just coming up, started DJing, and see them playing all these shows. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like how?
yeah,
Like she has no music
yeah,
or he has no music. Like what are they doing besides just DJing?
right.
And I'm over here like charting, making music and support.
Yeah, that's
And then
crazy.
people, and like when I get asked to get booked, they look at me like, what? Like, why should I book you?
Wow.
And I'm like, bro, you're booking some random local.
Damn.
You don't even think twice about that person.
Yeah.
But you have an artist who's actually doing something, and then you want to
Damn,
second guess it. Like,
yeah,
what?
that's tough.
So I mean,
That's
like,
like, that's
that's why I
upside
kind of
down.
gave up on the others. Like, man, like, people won't hear is like they'll only book you if there's some type of benefit from it.
Right.
And like, and they won't, and like if you want money from them, they're gonna, like, they need something from you.
Right.
Like, bro, like, I'm an artist.
Yeah. Help me out.
Help me out.
Yeah.
You believe in me? Give me that fucking set.
Yeah.
What's 250 for you? I
Yeah.
know you make a
Even
grand.
just hourly, bro. Give
Yeah,
me, I'm spending 2 hours. Give me fucking
give
30,
me
40 bucks.
something.
Give me 40 bucks.
But they'll be like, oh, we'll give you free drinks. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
free drinks?
That costs you like $8,
Like I can
for
get
two
free
shots.
drinks.
Right.
I don't need your free drinks.
Yeah.
I'll buy my drinks.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I have to buy my drink, I'd rather buy my drink than you pay me.
Right.
I don't want to get paid for drinks. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I just stay home. Go to the liquor
Right.
store, buy myself
Right.
a 24 pack, call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's
fucking
funny.
put my CDs in and go give my
Right.
friends a,
Right. Invite some people over and
yeah,
like call it a
exactly,
night.
call it a
Yeah.
night.
That's funny. But yeah, I completely agree. But it's up to us to like change that culture. I feel like we do have the power. Like together, we could change that culture and like be better for our own community, like a DJs, and that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
do with house radio. It's like kind of, I just heard yesterday like communities kind of being overused and like it's losing its value. But yeah, just start like a group of people that want to like rise up together, and I feel like in the DJ scene it is tough to yeah, it's like a dog eat dog world,
yeah. You have to
and
like really, like, if you really want to do this, you gotta really put yourself into this kind of conversation with yourself. Like, am I in this because I really love the music,
right,
or am I in it just because I got a little glimpse of attention at a
right,
show,
yeah,
and now I want more.
right,
And if it's that, it's like you're gonna get bored so
right,
quick because
yeah,
you're gonna get so much hate. People are gonna talk shit about you,
yeah,
and once that happens, you're gonna lose
you're gonna
all
break,
type of
yeah.
motivation.
That's what just the famous Steve Jobs quote is, if you don't love it, don't do it,
Yeah,
because when it gets hard, you're
you're
gonna
gonna
quit
quit
because you don't love
easily.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, and then and you're just kind of taking away whatever potential someone else could have had.
right,
You know,
yeah,
Because now that people looking at you because you're doing this, and then you suddenly just stop because someone said something about you.
Right.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what would you expect?
Yeah.
Like, I've been in this for a while, and like, I've heard so many shit. I've been through so many things, and like, nothing has stopped me from what I want to do.
Right.
Like, I fucking hit the floor many times and picked myself many times up, and like, still here.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what kind of gives that people like, oh shit,
He really wants it.
he really wants it.
Yeah.
Like, this fool's been howling back and still trying.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, that's when I feel like how people distinguish who's real and who's not in this scene,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Longevity.
exactly.
Dope, man. Thank you for.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that was like for the people that are starting off or like still there, like still DJing or 5 years, 10 years. Some motivation for them. But let's get to play some
Let's do
music.
it.
Let's do it.